Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of LAKERS, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
This is some form of malpractice on the Kings' part. This is some form of malpractice.
I'm so proud of you.
Listen, Tyrese Haliburton has been the best player on that team. As Woj said, and unlike Richard, who says Josh Hart is his guy, I think they may know each other. Tyrese really is my guy. This is a close friend of mine. I can co-sign what Woj said. He was determined to turn things around and be part of that rebuild in Sacramento. I know he's shocked right now, but they traded away their best player. They also traded away one of the most prolific three-point shooters in recent NBA history in Buddy Hield. They've got one guy on that roster right now shooting over 33% from the three-point line in Harrison Barnes. De'Aaron Fox can't shoot. Sabonis can't shoot. So you're building a team around two non-shooters with a bunch of non-shooters. Make it make sense, Zach. Make it make sense.
Tyrese Haliburton is proving J.J. Redick right, and making a statement on aging gracefully. Tyrese Haliburton has been the breakout star of the 2025 NBA playoffs, leading the Indiana Pacers to their first finals appearance since 2000 with a string of clutch performances and fearless leadership. Throughout this postseason, the Pacers have pulled off several dramatic fourth-quarter comebacks, and Haliburton has been at the heart of every one. Whether by finding open teammates with laser-precise passes or hitting cold-blooded shots himself, he's consistently risen to the moment. Even in Game 1 of the Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder, a relatively quiet night by his standards, Haliburton orchestrated yet another late surge, sealing the win with a game-winner from the right wing. Just months ago, some critics were calling Haliburton one of the most overrated players in the league. Now, he's proving them all wrong. Even Lakers legend LeBron James has come out in full support of Haliburton, praising not just his game, but also his character, a clear sign that this young star deserves far more respect than he's been given. And LeBron isn't alone. Lakers head coach J.J. Redick has long been a believer in Haliburton's potential. In fact, back when Haliburton was traded from the Kings to the Pacers, Redick went on record saying Haliburton was Sacramento's best player, a bold take at the time, but one that's clearly aged incredibly well. In an old clip that's resurfaced, Redick openly criticized the Kings for letting Haliburton go, arguing they gave up their most promising talent too soon. While Domantas Sabonis has been solid for Sacramento, Haliburton has far exceeded expectations, and it's clear in hindsight that Indiana won that trade. This underdog story isn't new for Haliburton. He slipped all the way to the 12th pick in the 2020 NBA draft, despite projections placing him in the top 5. The Kings made a smart move selecting him, but letting him go may be a decision they regret for years to come. In today's NBA, having a lead guard who can both penetrate the defense and stretch the floor with elite shooting is essential, and Haliburton excels at both. His playoff run has been nothing short of historic, and the question now is, can he cap it all off by bringing the Pacers their first-ever championship? As for the praise from LeBron, Haliburton is taking it in stride, and with gratitude. It's pretty cool, he said of receiving recognition from one of the game's all-time greats. Coming from someone who's inspired an entire generation, it means a lot. Tyrese Haliburton isn't just playing great basketball, he's rewriting his narrative. And the whole league is watching. What's even more impressive than Haliburton's rise is how he's doing it, with poise, maturity, and an unmistakable love for the game. He's not just putting up numbers, he's setting the emotional tone for the Pacers. His energy is contagious. His teammates trust him. And perhaps most importantly, he's making Indiana believe again. National media outlets have taken notice. What started as a feel-good underdog story has now turned into one of the most compelling narratives of the postseason. ESPN, The Athletic, and TNT analysts have all praised Haliburton's court vision, shot-making, and leadership, even comparing his playoff impact to the likes of Steph Curry and Chris Paul in their primes. Social media has erupted with support, with fans and former players rallying around his breakout moment. Even critics are changing their tune. Earlier this year, a viral ranking listed Haliburton among the most overrated players in the league, a list that now looks laughable. Since then, he's responded not with trash talk, but with performances that speak volumes. In the Eastern Conference Finals alone, he averaged 25 points and 11 assists per game, completely dismantling a defensively elite Boston Celtics team that many had pegged as title favorites. Behind the scenes, Haliburton's influence is also growing. He's become a locker room cornerstone, vocal, but never overbearing. Coaches praise his basketball IQ and his hunger to learn. His teammates say he leads by example. And executives across the league are now asking themselves, how did Indiana pull this off? Redick, who has become one of the most respected voices in basketball media before stepping into the Lakers' head coaching role, has been vindicated. His early praise for Haliburton, when few others saw it, is now resurfacing as prophetic. In a recent interview, Redick doubled down, Tyrese is the real deal. He's not just talented, he elevates everyone around him. I've been saying this for years, and now the world is seeing it. For Haliburton, the journey is far from over. The finals are still unfolding, and the road to a championship is never easy. But win or lose, he's already cemented himself as one of the most dynamic young leaders in the NBA today. The Pacers have a franchise cornerstone. The league has a new star. And maybe, just maybe, we're witnessing the start of something truly special. As Haliburton himself put it in a recent press conference, I've always believed in my game, even when others didn't. But what matters most is that my teammates believe in me. That's why I play the way I do. We're chasing something bigger than stats. We're chasing history. And now, with the spotlight shining brighter than ever, Tyrese Haliburton isn't just handling the pressure, he's thriving in it. Luka Doncic shows off slimmer physique, and Lakers fans are buzzing with hope. Luka Doncic is back in the spotlight, this time, not for a buzzer beater or highlight reel pass, but for something off the court, his body transformation. Recent photos and videos show a noticeably leaner version of the Slovenian star, and it sparked new excitement and cautious optimism among Los Angeles Lakers fans. Could this finally be the turning point? Slimmer Luka Doncic appears ahead of 2025-26 NBA season. A recent clip posted by the Luka Updates account on Twitter captured Doncic at a US event looking visibly trimmer. His face appears slimmer, his frame more toned, and the difference hasn't gone unnoticed. Social media erupted with reactions, many pointing to this as a sign that Luka is taking his off-season conditioning more seriously than ever. For years, Luka's fitness, or lack thereof, has been one of the few criticisms that stuck. Even during his time with the Dallas Mavericks, fans and analysts often questioned whether he was doing enough to maintain peak form throughout the long NBA grind. According to reports, even Mavs GM Nico Harrison cited conditioning concerns as a factor in the blockbuster trade that sent Luka to the Lakers. Now, with his new team and under the bright lights of LA, it seems Doncic may be rewriting that narrative. A healthier Luka could be a game-changer on defense. One of the most scrutinized aspects of Luka's game has been his defense, especially against quicker guards. During the 2025 playoffs, when the Lakers were bounced in the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves, Doncic visibly struggled to stay in front of explosive players like Anthony Edwards. But with his new physique, expectations are shifting. A leaner Luka could mean improved lateral quickness, more stamina late in games, and less of a defensive liability, all major keys if the Lakers want to make a serious run. Better conditioning could also allow Doncic to stay on the floor longer without dips in performance, which is crucial given his central role in the Lakers' offensive system. Reason to celebrate, but caution still applies. Fans have plenty of reasons to feel excited, but also a few reasons to stay grounded. After all, this isn't the first off-season where Luka has appeared to slim down. In past summers, similar excitement fizzled once the season began, as inconsistent effort and fitness issues resurfaced. What makes this year different, though, is the pressure. Doncic arrives in Los Angeles not as a rising star, but as a franchise cornerstone, expected to help shoulder the weight of a championship run alongside LeBron James. After an early playoff exit, the stakes are higher than ever. And from what we've seen, it looks like Luka is responding with renewed focus. The Lakers are betting big on a fit, focused Luka Doncic. Lakers fans know just how much a healthy, motivated Doncic could change everything. A true partnership between Luka and LeBron, especially if surrounded by reliable shooters and an athletic big man, as rumors suggest, could turn this team into a real title contender. Still, the real test begins in October, when preseason tips off and the results of this transformation will finally be put to the test on the hardwood. Until then, LakersNation watches, hopeful but measured. If Luka can turn this off-season progress into consistent two-way dominance on the court, the narrative around him could shift from what if to what's next. Dalton Knecht's rise, fall, and redemption, what his roller coaster season meant for the Lakers. The 2024-25 NBA season was anything but ordinary for Los Angeles Lakers rookie Dalton Knecht. It was a year of highs, lows, and hard lessons, all under the bright, unforgiving lights of one of the league's most storied franchises. For any young player, getting drafted by the Lakers is a dream come true. For Knecht, a standout from the University of Tennessee, that dream became reality when he was selected 17th overall in the 2024 NBA draft. Coming off an explosive senior season in college, one that earned him consensus All-American honors, Knecht arrived in LA with real momentum. And for a while, it looked like the Lakers had found a hidden gem in the mid-first round. A hot start in purple and gold. Dalton didn't waste time making his presence felt. By November 2024, he was turning heads across the league, dropping 114 points over a 5-game stretch and quickly climbing into the Rookie of the Year conversation. During that red-hot month, the 23-year-old averaged 13.6 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.2 assists in 26.4 minutes per game, numbers that placed him firmly on the radar of fans, analysts, and opponents alike. According to SofaScore by the NBA trade deadline, Knecht was averaging 9.4 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 0.9 assists per game while shooting a solid 46.5% from the field and 35.8% from beyond the arc. He was efficient, energetic, and full of promise. But then, everything changed. The trade that shook his confidence. In a surprising mid-season move, the Lakers traded Knecht to the Charlotte Hornets in a deal centered around big man Mark Williams. The trade didn't last long. LA eventually rescinded the deal, but the damage had already been done. For a young player still finding his footing, the trade felt like a vote of no confidence. Despite being brought back to Los Angeles, Knecht's rhythm was disrupted. Reports suggest that head coach J.J. Redick began losing faith in the rookie, cutting his minutes and altering his role. As expected, the hit to Knecht's confidence was significant. February 2025 was a low point. He averaged just 5.1 points, 1.6 rebounds, and 0.4 assists in 13.6 minutes per game. His spark was dimmed, his swagger shaken. Fighting to reclaim his role. March brought a small resurgence. Knecht's minutes increased slightly to 19.2 per game, and he managed to average 10.1 points, 2.7 rebounds, and 1.2 assists. It was a sign of progress, but not quite a return to form. Then came April, and with it, another downturn. Redick reduced his playing time again, and when the 2025 NBA playoffs rolled around, it was clear, Knecht was no longer a central part of the Lakers' rotation. He appeared in just 2 postseason games, logging a total of 4 minutes. His playoff averages, 2.5 points and 1.5 rebounds, reflected the limited opportunity rather than his potential. What this means for the Lakers, and Knecht. Knecht's rookie season is a case study in how quickly fortunes can change in the NBA. From a breakout candidate to a benchwarmer, his journey reveals both the fragility and resilience required to thrive in professional basketball. Yet there's still a silver lining. Behind the scenes, Lakers veterans reportedly stepped in to support Knecht, helping him rebuild his confidence. That mentorship could be key to his future development. And make no mistake, Dalton Knecht's story is far from over. His talent is undeniable. What he needs now is trust, time, and the right system to grow. For the Lakers, how they handle promising players like Knecht could say a lot about the franchise's direction under J.J. Redick. For fans, it's a reminder that development isn't always linear, and sometimes, the most rewarding stories come after a setback. NBA Finals shine harsh light on the Lakers' flawed roster model. Los Angeles has always been the city of stars, the place where big names are expected to deliver even bigger results. But in today's NBA, simply stacking star power isn't enough. And as the 2025 NBA Finals unfold, it's becoming clear that the Lakers may need to rethink the foundation of their roster, and fast. The Lakers trio still has star power, but for how long? Luka Doncic. LeBron James. Austin Reeves. That's the core the Lakers have been betting on. And according to GM Rob Pelinka, the belief in this trio remains sky high. Our confidence in Reeves, LeBron, and Luka has never been stronger, Pelinka said at the end of the season. There's no doubt that each player brings talent, leadership, and star quality. But belief alone doesn't win championships. And while the Lakers were sent home early, teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder and Indiana Pacers are showing a different blueprint, one built on depth, balance, and versatility. Thunder and Pacers lead by example, depth over hype. The finals matchup between the Thunder and Pacers is more than just a battle between two rising teams. It's a wake-up call for franchises still clinging to outdated models of team building. Oklahoma City and Indiana didn't get here just by riding their stars. Their success has come from deep, flexible rosters and coaches empowered to rotate freely without fear of drop-off. No one's playing Ironman minutes out of desperation. Instead, every player in the rotation has a role, a rhythm, and a reason to be on the floor. Compare that to the Lakers' Game 4 meltdown against Minnesota, when coach J.J. Redick played just 5 players for the entire second half. That's not strategy, that's survival mode. And it exposed a painful truth: the Lakers lacked the depth to compete with the best. A forgotten lesson from the 2020 title. Here's the irony: LA has already proven that this balanced, team-first model works. In 2020, when the Lakers lifted the trophy inside the bubble, they weren't driven by a big three. Instead, they surrounded LeBron and Anthony Davis with a deep, reliable supporting cast: Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, Dwight Howard, the list goes on. 9 different players averaged 15-plus minutes in at least 15 playoff games. That team wasn't just top-heavy. It was built to last. So what went wrong? The turning point was the ill-fated Russell Westbrook experiment in 2021, which gutted the team's depth in pursuit of another superstar. That move didn't just fail, it broke the chemistry and identity the Lakers had worked so hard to build. Since then, the franchise has struggled to find that balance again. Is it time to rethink the entire strategy? Make no mistake, the current core of Luka, LeBron, and Reeves is far more promising than the Westbrook iteration ever was. But cracks are showing. Reeves is due for a new contract, and retaining him will tighten the team's financial flexibility. Meanwhile, the pieces around the trio remain shallow and inconsistent. Watching the Thunder and Pacers succeed without a top-heavy roster forces an uncomfortable but necessary question: should the Lakers continue chasing stars, or finally commit to building a deeper, more complete team? Time is not on their side. LeBron won't play forever. Luka wants to win now. And if the Lakers aren't careful, they could waste another year hoping their talent alone will carry them, while better balanced teams run right past them. So, is it time for the Lakers to evolve? The model built around superstars made sense in another era. But the NBA is changing. Championship teams today are built on adaptability, chemistry, and trust in the full roster. The Lakers don't need to abandon star power, they just need to stop pretending that stars alone are enough. What do you think? Is it time for the Lakers to change how they build their team?